Okay, today we are going to talk about sequence of tense. See, sequence of tense. By sequence, we mean order of tense. Sequence of tense, that is order of tense. It means in one sentence, there are two clauses. In those two clauses, sometimes we use same tense, sometimes tenses are different. So in which condition, what is the order of tense that we study here, right? So I have just told you there are two clauses. First, you try to know clause. That is, a clause is a part of sentence which has subject and verb. A clause is a part of sentence which has subject and verb. So here, let me write one question. Then we will begin the rules. So here you have it 5 years since they got married. Here you have the options. Each has been, was, had been. These are the options. So use your common sense and try to select the correct option. Option B, has been. So try your best. In this sentence, there are two clauses. And these two clauses are joined by since. I have just told you a clause is a part of sentence which has subject and verb. After since, you have subject they, verb got. And before since also you have a clause in which verb is missing, and here you have the options. From the options you have to select the verb. Subject it, given. Verb here, given. So a clause is a part of sentence which has subject and verb. So here you have two clauses. These two clauses are joined by since. After since you have simple past. They got married. Since they got married, this is simple past, isn't it? Now before since, what we use? So here, one of you has selected D. Option D, had been. Okay, so neither B nor D nor C, rather correct option E. Now why A? Why not others? Let's see the rules. Okay, so let's discuss the rules. That is, I will tell you why this. So let me tell you this first. Now see, if two clauses are joined by since, and before since you have period of time, 5 years, this is period of time, and the subject it, then here period of time given, right? And these two clauses are joined by since. Then before since, we use simple present, and after since, for complete action, we use simple past. It is 5 years since they got married. The meaning is they got married 5 years ago. They got married 5 years ago. This is the meaning. So if two clauses are joined by since, and before since, you have a clause and the subject it, and then period of time given. Then after since, we use simple past for complete action, and before since, we use simple present. So it is 5 years, not it has been 5 years. It is clear to you? Did you understand? Yes. So like this, you have to study the rules here. Okay. So here, now number one. Now from number one, format. So you will study rules through question. Rules through question. So let me write here. He said that stars at night. Very simple question. Yeah, option. Twinkle. Have twinkled. Have twinkled. Are twinkling. Are twinkling. D. Twinkled. Twinkled. So what do we use? He said that stars at night. What do we use? Option A. Correct. Twinkle. So here what do we have? He said, and then we have that stars twinkle at night. So he said is main clause. Main clause. And then you have that clause. That clause. See. So here that clause means the clause which begins with that. The clause which begins with that. The stars twinkle at night. This very clause begins with that. So it is that clause. And before that clause we have main clause. Okay. So main clause is in simple past. Main clause is in simple past. And in that clause we use simple present. When we use simple present or why we use simple present? So that is if in that clause what you have? Universal truth. In that clause universal truth, scientific fact, scientific fact. Similarly proverbs. Proverbs. So write down. So that is main clause is in simple past, and in that clause if universal truth given, scientific fact given, any proverb given, then here we use simple present even if main clause is in simple past. Got it? That is here we use simple present. Did you understand? It is clear? Then number 2. Number 2. Since he topped the entrance exam, I him since he topped the entrance exam. So here we have the options. Now, am knowing, have known, knew. Okay, I him since he topped the entrance exam. Which option correct? Option C, right. Okay. So if two clauses are joined by since, then generally, whatever question I ask you at the start, that is from special case. Okay. But if two clauses are joined by since, then generally before since we use present perfect, after since we use simple past. So you write the structure: present perfect plus since plus simple past. Simple past. Isn't it? So if two clauses are joined by since, then generally before since we use present perfect, after since we use simple past. Number 3. Note down my address lest you option will forget may forget, must forget, should forget, Okay. Which option correct? Tell me. Note down my address lest you. Option B पठाएको छ ल. Note down my address lest you may forget. Yes. Then any हुन सक्छ. ल okay. अब हेर B हुन सक्छ. You have, that is in chat you have written B also, A also, neither A nor B nor C but D. Isn't it? Should forget. Isn't it? So always remember, if two clauses are joined by list, after list we use should plus B1. Only should plus B1, nothing else. Isn't it? And this question was asked in 2076. It was asked in 2076, right? Note down my address lest you should forget. Very important question. It was asked in 2076. So if two clauses are joined by list, then after list always should plus B1, you remember. Isn't it? So note down my address lest you should forget. Then number 4. In number 4 you have when I airport, the plane had already taken off. The options are reached, was reaching, in C had reached, in D reach. Okay. Which option? Which option? Oh. Which option is correct? List, meaning of list is if not. Meaning of list if not. Haina one. Okay. When I airport, the plane had already taken off. So it's correct option A, reached. See, that is in the past. Suppose in the past two actions happened. One happened earlier, another action happened later on. Suppose yesterday at 8 a.m. I reached airport. The plane took off at 7:30 a.m. Which action happened earlier? The plane took off. So this action is written in past perfect, and I reached later on at 8 a.m. This is written in simple past. So out of two actions of the past, earlier action is written in past perfect, and the action which happened later on is written in simple past. That's why when I reached airport, the plane had already taken off. Then number 5, and here let me tell you that is the same sentence can also be written by using after or before. Isn't it? You can write before I reached airport, the plane had taken off. The question can be asked from this also. Before I reached airport, the plane had taken off. Here you don't use already, because the meaning of already is given by before. Before I reached airport, the plane had taken off. From this type of sentence also, you can have the question in the exam. Likewise, you can also write I reached airport. I reached airport after the plane had taken off. Right. I reached airport after the plane had taken off. So from this sentence also question can be asked. Okay. Now number 5. In number 5, you see she met with an accident while she the road. Option had crossed. B was crossing. C is crossing. D had been crossing. Okay. Which option is correct? She met with an accident while she, the road, was crossing the road. Correct. While she was crossing the road. So for number 4, what is the structure? You write simple past plus past perfect. This is the structure for number 4. And for number 5, what is the structure? Simple past plus past continuous. Past continuous. So what is the rule? Suppose in the past certain action was going on. In the past certain action was going on. And in the meantime another action happened. Whatever action was going on, for that we use past continuous. And in the meantime, whatever action happened, for that we use simple past. Isn't it? So she met with an accident while she was crossing the road. Isn't it? Now, that is, you might have read event and circumstance. Circumstance. Event and circumstance. Say, event is written in simple past and circumstance is written in past continuous. If we join event and circumstance, for event we use simple past, for circumstance we use past continuous. So what is the circumstance? She was crossing the road. This is the circumstance. And what is the event? She met with an accident. So event in simple past, circumstance in past continuous. Right? Okay. Then you have number 6. In number 6, and here in number 5, the same sentence can also be written like, when she met with an accident, she was crossing the road. We can also write the sentence, when she met with an accident, comma, she was crossing the road. Okay. Now number 6, when you switch off the light, when you switch off the light, it dark. Option would become C, becomes, D, became. Which option correct? When you switch off the light, it's dark. Option C, correct. When you switch off the light, it becomes dark. What do you see? Simple present, and here also simple present. So that its structure is simple present plus simple present. Simple present plus simple present. When we follow this structure, in both the clauses we use simple present when? That is for simultaneous actions. Simultaneous actions of the present. Simultaneous actions of the present. Write down. It means if two actions happen at the same time in the present. If two actions happen at the same time in the present, then for both we use simple present tense. That's why simple present plus simple present. Did you understand? Yes? Are you following? Oh, number 7. In number 7, when she opened the drawer, when she opened the drawer, a very bad smell out. A very bad smell out. Options came, was coming, had come, would come. Okay. When she opened the drawer, a very bad smell. So what do we use? That is option not B, A. That is came. So here what do we use? What do we see? Opened, simple past. Here also simple past. Isn't it? It means if two actions happened at the same time in the past, then for both we use simple past. So here you write simple past plus simple past. Simple past plus simple past. So very similar to it. Here simple present plus simple present. Here simple past plus simple past. So here we use, that is, you write down for simultaneous actions of the past. For simultaneous actions of the past. It means if two actions happened at the same time in the past, then for both we use simple past. Isn't it? You can similarly here you might have read in this very sentence, when he hit the dog, it barked. You might have read this sentence in your +2. When he hit the dog, it barked. Both simple past. Isn't it? And one thing remember, here in place of when, we can use as soon as. We can use as soon as. Had been customer lakcha. Had been we don't use here. Had been, that is in past perfect. I have already told you, in the past, if two actions happened, one happened earlier, another happened later on. Isn't it? For earlier action, past perfect. For the action which happened later on, for that we use simple past. Isn't it? That is had been means that is past perfect tense. Okay. So here, when that is for simultaneous actions of the past, in both clauses we use simple past. Simple past plus simple past. Is it clear? Okay. Number 8. Number 8. Here you write, he spoke sorry, he speaks. He speaks as if he well. Here option prepared, has prepared, C prepares, D is preparing. No, he speaks as if he well. Which one we use? What do we use here? Option A also, B also. Option A correct, not B. Its structure is, let me write, simple present plus as if or as though. Then we use simple past. This is the structure. It means if two clauses are joined by as if or as though, before as if as though, if simple present, after as if as though, we use simple past. In place of as if, you can write as though. In place of as though, you can write as if. Both have the same meaning. So here simple present, then here simple past. And we use this structure in order to show, in order to express doubt over the present action. If you have doubt over the present action prati sanka chavane. If you have doubt over the present action, in order to show that doubt, we use this structure. He speaks as if he prepared well. He speaks about bolsha. Now, let's say he's giving the speech. He's giving the speech or he's speaking, and you have doubt over the present action. Sanka lagi rahe. Then you can follow this structure. Simple present, then after as if as though, simple past. So he speaks as if he prepared well. It means in reality, he is not well prepared. वास्तवमा well prepared छैन. उसले नाटक मात्रै गरे हो, हैन? नाटक मात्रै गरे हो. वास्तवमा प्रिपरेसन छैन उसको. Isn't it? So we have doubt over the present action. That's why we follow this structure. Simple present plus as if as though plus simple past. Isn't it? Here, one more question important. And it was asked in exam. So here, she speaks as though she well prepared. Well prepared. Here you have the options: each, are, was, where. She speaks as though she well prepared. It was asked in 2075. She speaks as though she well prepared. Which one? Option A, is, C also, was, or else. So you find the same structure detached. It follows the same structure. Here simple present, and after as if as though we use simple past. But remember, after as if as though in simple past, if we use be verb, then what is the past form of be? Past form of be was, where. Was, where. So after as if as though, even with singular subject, we use where. Even with singular subject, we use where. If the subject plural, it takes where. But even with singular subject, we use where. We don't use where is most appropriate. So here is, are, was, where, we select where, right? But if your options are each, are, watch, had been, isn't it? She speaks as though she well prepared. If you have these options, now which one you select? Which one you select? Option D? No. Option C. Remember. So here what I have told you, that is after as though, if we use be verb, then even with singular subject we use where. Where is most appropriate. But if in the option where not given, then we can select watch. The only difference is, say, she speaks as though she were well prepared. This is formal English, isn't it? And another, she speaks as though she was well prepared. This is informal English. So in the options, if was also given, were also given, then you have to know the setter had, the question setter had set formal English, and you have to select where. If in the options were not given, was given, then it means the question setter has set in formal English, and you have to select was. Did you understand? It is clear? Yes? Okay. Another number is number another. Which number it is? I forgot the number. Number 10. 9 to 10. Which number it is? Now 9 over 9. Now 9. So here, she spoke. I write here, she spoke as if she, well, option prepared, had prepared, was preparing, were preparing. No, which one we select? She spoke as if she, well, which one? Option B, right, had prepared. So here, the structure are simple past plus as if or as though plus past perfect. Say, if two clauses are joined by as if, as though, before as if, as though, if we use simple past, after as if, as though, we use past perfect. Isn't it? And it expresses real action of the past. It expresses real action of the past. Real action of the past. Isn't it? See the difference between number 8 and number 9? We use simple present. Here we use simple past, but it expresses doubt on real action. Doubt, isn't it? But here simple past and here past perfect, it expresses real action of the past. Isn't it? She spoke as if she had prepared well. It means really. It means really she had prepared. Really she had prepared well. This is the meaning. Is it clear? No. Number 10. In number 10, you see, I wish I wish I a car now. I wish I a car now. About would buy, say, could buy the all of these. The which option? Option C. Okay, correct. Option C, correct. La. और को कल might be one. See what try. Might be. I wish I a car now. Bought, would buy, would buy. Here, I wish I bought a car now. I wish I would buy a car now. I wish I could buy a car. All these are correct. I bought a car. Bought also correct. Would buy also correct. Could buy also correct. So that's why the correct option D. All of these. Isn't it? So here the structure is after I wish or if only we use simple past. We use would plus verb 1. We use would plus verb 1. See. So we use these structures in order to express wish or desire. Present wish. Present wish. It means you can express your present wish or desire by this structure. So I wish, or if only. After I wish or if only, we use simple past also, would plus V1 also, could plus V1 also. And by this structure, we can express our present wish, present desire. Whatever desire you have present wish, you can express by using this structure. So simple past also correct, would plus V1 also correct, could plus V1 also correct. So that's why the option is all of these. Is it clear? Any confusion? Yes. Okay. Now here, if only lot of money now or at present, would have had might have both A and B. Which option correct? Option D. Option D. If only I would have a lot of money now. If only I had a lot of money. Would have, so would have plus, so this would have, would plus B1 correct, or this is simple past, this is correct. So these two options given, that's why both A and B. Yes. Number 11. Okay, are you following? Are you following? Yes. Okay. Now next number is I wish I had last year. Labored, would labor, have labored, had labored. Which one we select? Option D, correct. I wish I had labored hard last year. Isn't it? So here the structure, I wish, in place of I wish we can also use if only, then we use past perfect. We use past perfect. And this structure, by this structure express regret, paschatap, regret. It expresses regret, paschatap. Suppose you committed some mistake in the past, due to which you are suffering in the present, then you can use this structure. After I wish or if only, past perfect. I wish I had labored hard last year. It means last year I didn't labor hard and so failed in the exam. And now I am having the repentance. I have the regret. So how can I express my regret? By using this structure. I wish I had labored hard last year. Okay. Number 12. Number 12. So here you write. Number 12. He got up early in the morning and for a walk. Option has gone, went, was going, had gone. Okay, which option correct? Option B. Right. He got up early in the morning and went for a walk. So its rule is, see, if two clauses are joined by and they have the same subject. Two clauses are joined by and they have the same subject, then in both the clauses we use same tense. So here these two clauses are joined by and the first clause has the subject he. Second clause has also the same subject which is hidden here. This very subject here hidden, isn't it? So both the clauses are joined by and they have the same subject. That's why we use same tense. So here got simple past and here also simple past. Is it clear? But another question I write here. She visited the zoo yesterday and the museum tomorrow. So options: visits, will visit, has visited, would visit. Which one? Option B. Option B. Isn't it? So she visited the zoo yesterday and will visit the museum tomorrow. Here also two clauses are joined by and they have the same subject. But in the first clause, adverbial given, time adverbial. Isn't it? Then we use the tense according to the time. Okay. So see, if two clauses are joined by and they have the same subject, they have the same subject. And if time adverbials are given there, then we use the tense according to the time adverbials. In the first clause, yesterday given, that's why here simple past. And in the second clause, tomorrow given, that's why simple future will visit. It is clear. Here what we see, time adverbials are not given. Time adverbials are not given. That's why in both the clauses we use same tense. But here time adverbials are given, then we use the tense according to the time adverbials. Is this clear to you? Now number 13, 30, right? He always plays football, but today he volleyball. Options are will play, plays, is playing, plays, okay, you see. So what do we use? Option C. He always plays football, but today he is playing volleyball. So here the structure, simple present plus but today or but this. Then we use present continuous. Present continuous. It means if two clauses are joined by but today or but this, after this here you have blank space. In this blank space, what do we use? Morning, evening, afternoon, etc. But this morning, but this afternoon, but this evening. So if two clauses are joined by but today or but this, before but today, but this, we use simple present, and after but today or but this, we use present continuous. So that's why here he always plays football, but today he is playing volleyball. Number 14. This is the first time I have. Okay, no problem. I have seen such a beautiful garden. Option है I है ना, ठीक है, no problem. So this is the first time I have seen such a beautiful garden. So here what we use, have seen. It's a structure. Let me write. Yeah, this or it. Then we use is. Then we use the. Then we use first second, etc. Time plus present perfect. This is the structure. This is the structure. We follow this structure. These are it. Then we use each, then the, then first time, second time, third time, fourth time, etc. After this, we use present perfect tense. We use present perfect. So this is the first time I have seen such a beautiful garden. Number 15. It is the most interesting story I so far. It is the most interesting story I so far. Option: wrote, write, am writing, B, have written. Okay. What do we use? Option D, have written. Correct. It is the most interesting story I have written so far. So, similar structure. Similar structure here. For this, for number 15, these are it. Then we use each. Then we use the. And then here most interesting is superlative. Superlative degree. And then we use story noun. Noun. And then we use present perfect. Present perfect. Okay. Same structure. Similar. These are it, then each, then the, then superlative degree, and then noun. And after this much we use present perfect tense. It is clear? Yes. Now number 16. Number 16. In number 16, I write. Yeah, it is 10 years. It is 10 years since he BE option completed has completed had completed. Okay. And let me write one more question. It is 10 years since they in Kathmandu option have lived are living. Yeah. First question, which option correct? First question, are here are living. Okay. And then here one question here, another question here. So for this question, which one? Tell me. Yeah, it is 10 years since he. D. Since he had completed. No. Since he completed. Yeah, completed. And it is 10 years since they have lived in Kathmandu. Isn't it? Let me write the structure. Then you will understand. So here, for these two, the structure, it plus age plus period of time plus simple past or present perfect. Okay. So period of time, you know, that shows duration. 5 years, 10 years, 5 months, 10 months, 6 weeks, 2 hours. That shows duration, period of time. The structure is subject it, then we use each, and then period of time. And then here since plus since. Okay. Then since, and after since, for complete action, we use simple past, and for incomplete action, we use present perfect. After since, for complete action, simple past. For incomplete action, we use present perfect. Get it? So here, it is 10 years since he completed BE. It means what? He completed BE 10 years ago. He completed BE 10 years ago. And here, it is 10 years since they have lived in Kathmandu. It means they have lived in Kathmandu for 10 years. The meaning is they are still living. It refers to incomplete action and it refers to complete action. Here, you can't write it is 10 years since he has completed BE. If you write it is 10 years since he has completed BE, it means he has completed BE for 10 years. It means still completing. Still completing one kuro to hude. Still completing one kuro huncha. Complete one ko to complete. Isn't it? So here it refers to complete action. That's why simple past. It refers to incomplete action. That's why present perfect. So whatever question I gave you at the start, it is 5 years since they got married. It means they got married 5 years ago. You can't write it is 5 years since they have got married. You can't write they have got married. If you write it is 5 years since they have got married, it means they have got married for 5 years. 5 years देखी चाहे कि तो marry गरिरहेछ त्यो त भएन. Isn't it? Did you understand? It is clear? Yes? Is this clear to you? Okay. Then see you in the next class. In the next class, we discuss further. Thank all of you. Thank you.